My name is Sasra Tumwine, commonly known as the Pan-African Section. I would like to request, if it is possible, to set a serious standard salary scale, since the Ugandans are contributing on the integration as per the 10-point program of our great father, defending the national independence and self-sustaining economy. So purposely, as Ugandans who are not here, they have not come. For us who have money, we kindly request through your office. If we were here, the whole state is here. So at least, is it possible to set a salary standard scale for any employee to come from Uganda, if it is possible? I thank you so much.
Konga hatano kabana badombasho ombombishi tato muru jabana ni babona no shangano derwa bakwata bakunaga hero ojena utiza no mwirwaro bakujanja bakunaga hojena mukanye kanwa kagamba nkaterwa banaga hero polisi cha yantwale kaliho makago yani hamu yantwalo mwirwaro nazo mwirwaro baliho mwirwaro bankoma baheza kumukoma banteko mukoti nasingo mushako kokati dakwinde kanyambataka icho cyati kundeta kubaseka bahanshunga yacu n'abana bandi bariyo ejekere mu omwana ndijo bakani bamwita Safina nawe bakamutera yaje harimu jo bani bakamutoma okaste yaje harimu abana binji bona bariyo mukomwe babona nitwetero muranga tina kuyaba kandi tekiza kaba gora n'abantu debanita
abashemerwa mwena kokamo siri wanapenda kumanya kigambo cha passport wagambanga basaidia passport zetu kenesta so twenda kumanya nike kwete so twapenda kumanya hiyo passport twete ngesa kitu za kushikayo nike kwete ngesa za kibra passport zetu
wale tamu Johnson echina ni ndani kubuza kwa na passport no shashura sento mbira naro mshiriki ukoma bagambo mshiriki kampuni yangu yumubika ekinde kinani yenda kushaba abantu kwenda mureke tuteramo turiyo mu kintu ekimo turiyo mu nzu turiyo rugando tureke kwenda na taxi uko mwana agambo wewe no
amazina Nugodon Kanyonza na Trinda Nzarwe ya Ntunga beno okwanjoka kuri okusima baiti nyine ekibuzo cyo mukamanje ni mbuza office yawo abana barumba bonabona habwa overstay ni ndeba abana benji most abakora mu construction kuba mara babatego mu overstay omwana mureba tende kwari ahabwa overstay abantu abo mbayine brand nyamahanga Ewa Yunonga na Tsagara Nugodon Kanyonza na Trinda Nzarwe Ntunga
amazina Musime Moses Waitunuremezi Nakashete District Nikoranka Customer Relations Officer PWG Group some immigration company Abu Dhabi Civil Embassy Team Mr. Ronnie Karakire Isum Korogitisa Embassy Gurbo some government and government ni papa when team MK Mwebani Ashimero Nonga Nanga first appointment Koya bouncing there have for president kwa Badamu come very happy kureba mwakimekinga wakahizobe so management mwena bakoze arrangement sezi mwe bari nonga kandi bashaba mizemu mufite mamani don't make sure okay mufate biruvi don't make sure it's an introduction but I believe there is a future in this hata cyane ta nangenda ku hafi ikintu cyo gukora ku meetinga hafi office yanjye abantu bakora kwisha mu no special abanyesha hati ushanga abantu bayine concern Mr. Ronnie abana baragayigana habo mu ko ndetse naza kumpereza umuro ati mustiaho mu UAE Dubai nara Abu Dhabi nashi Emirates Oria amtomuchi amtomudeka amtomurayipendisha amureka unamureba sandero kubanza kekwa tavuga tumureba amwana ayishanga tende murumo ayo mwihanganye okay ahamateka n'amateka yuwe kugira oine kurya oine kunywa oine kuba n'ukora family yawe netegateka nguriyo n'ukora kugira yo sente omwana ayishanga kuba sente ayishanga tende murumo sente ziyaretera posters muhaho hata bandabo company zezo nashi agencies zezo zo kubitinga abana zikabareta ombu byokashire mwine brand ngakunu ya embassy because we have Mr. Embassy kubaho bajya embassy tekora kandi omwe mbasa mwanga kumana so take note for murebe mu heritage way ekindi tubasima turebere muretere cyoma ekinde kiti cyama bantu mumurere embassy mu ngaro haba management mweba nonga mweba
amazina ndanya data bino simanene n'abashemerwa mwena mwebarikija aba government ya NRM ya President Museveni kandi n'aba birthday ya MK ningashigena MK mwebarikija mwena ngasimwe chairman n'abashemerwa turi George Kabura David Obirondo Carmen Festo Arberia mwebale pija kandi n'abasemerwa mwebale kukunda NRM abo kuba NRM tukolere bingi government ezindi zikaza kubasa kugira ebinyete tuzahera gukora
sanga munonga obwire kwa microphone giherezo nije naho ubuze kibuzo mudakike ndabiki teba
kare abayemeje nabo Manuel wachikabuze nakushemerwa na
Thank you. Happy birthday, okay? I'm glad that you next class you came. I have one issue. One question I want to ask. Here we face various challenges, issues. So you may find I want to sue someone. Maybe I'm sued. Maybe. Do you have that legal department that I can contact in the case of that challenge? Thank you.
Thank you so much. Let's take the mic to our ambassador representative to answer some questions. Thank you.
Okay. Kantante na sasa tumwini salary scale be harmonized. Okay. This is in two categories. Number one, we have those who come under the contract of companies, and there are those other categories that you look at it down of so-called agents. Now, salaries, the question is, how do we harmonize salaries? Of late, the government of Uganda, through the Ministry of Gender, has set a minimum salary scale, which is 1,200 dirhams. That is the minimum. So we are in the last stages of we signed the MOU between the government of Uganda and UAE on domestic labor supply. Mwena bana abumbiru. Twagira ngu nka Uganda twenda buri mwana atakashashurwa esente iziriya hansi ya 12. So the negotiation power is between 12 and above. We no longer want to hear 700, 800, 1,000 domestic labor. Now, after signing the memorandum of understanding, there is what they call operationalization of MOU. How do we do it? We have selected a team or a committee from Ugandan side, 6 men or 6 representatives. These people have selected a team of 6 through the Minister of Human Resources. The Minister himself was part of that committee meeting when we had the Prime Minister coming into UAE. So we are in the last stages of eliminating so-called agents. So domestic labor is going to be ratified very soon. They will sign contracts from Uganda, coming to work for so and so at this particular amount of money with the benefits down. Number 1, medical insurance. 2, air ticket in case of emergency. 3, rights to have an off. 4, and others. How any human being can work. No more beatings, no more brutalizing Ugandans. This will soon end. So that summarizes very many because some of them were coming into that. Because that one answers Ruth, who was beaten and chased out of the house and was not compensated. Now, the issue of compensation, I can marry with the legal part. As the embassy, we do not have a legal staff to represent Ugandans. This is the most unfortunate part of it. If you are into such problems that need the legal to take its part, the soul remains on you. Even me, when, for example, I knock or they knock me, or somebody offends me, I touch my pocket to look for a lawyer to stand in for me. So the government of Uganda does not hire experts in legal services in foreign countries. And it has never happened on either way. No embassy in the whole world has a legal expert in another company. So that is the most unfortunate part. It remains on your side. But if we stay in our lanes, in most cases committed by Ugandans are as a result of fake agents. Ugandans are the most disciplined laborers that we have in UAE, or so-called experts. Another thing I need to tell you, I'm representing Minister of Gender in UAE. So you're asking the question to the main person. So, what have we done to eliminate this? We have introduced an electronic application online by Minister of Gender in Uganda, where all companies in Uganda that export labor subscribe to. So, when company A, I'm going to use this Skies. Which company do you come with?
Global Security.
Global Security.
Yes.
Global Security has got a job order from Al-Hamandes, for example, Al-Hamandes expert that is based in Dubai, to supply 100 security. So, Alhamandes will apply online, and that electronic website is called EMIS, E-M-I-S, EMIS. Now that EMIS, the moment they say, I'm Alhamandes, I need labor from Uganda of 100 men, I intend to draw them from Global Securities. I repeatedly see their application on my computer. What will I do immediately? I will call Alhamandes, because when you apply on EMIS, you put in your profile as a company. Why do we need that? We are trying to eliminate briefcase companies. I will visit you, take you through a set of questions. If you meet the set of questions, I'll be one, I have the audacity to cancel the job order depending on what information that you have given us. Meaning, Ugandans are in wrong hands. So Alhamandes will not be given an offer to draw labor from Uganda. Now, either way, if, for example, Alhamandes answers the questions correctly, and I see that each Ugandan that is coming is in the right way, and is going to work in a proper order, I will approve it, Minister of Gender approves it, he pays. This is the most interesting part. He pays money that was not there long time ago. All these companies were exploiting the Ugandan government at a free cost. Each laborer pays $30 that goes to Ugandan treasury. They don't pay at the embassy. You pay it online on Uganda account, it goes to the treasury. So for the first time, we have started to make money for Ugandan government. And they have, very many companies have paid. Each person, like whoever is in here, pays $30 to Ugandan government. It is the first of its kind. So these companies have been exploiting on either way. The rich man in Uganda swaps the money. The rich man here who is supplied swaps the money. And Uganda only depends on your remittances as your salary, which is so negligible. Now, we are earning on one person 2 salaries. Number one, you pay $30 to the government. 2, your salary that you remit home to develop yourself. So that is a new strategy. Gordon was asking about overstay. Now, overstay, now I want to kind of enlighten you on some of the laws of the land. Overstay can be on either way. You can cause it, or they can cause it on their own mistakes. Alright? Now, if for example, a German went to Uganda, commits an offense, and is charged in courts of law, in Kampala High Court or where, Nakawa, anywhere, and is charged to Rizla for 2 years. The German government has no audacity to say we need that person because he's a German. No. The law of the land takes its course. That's the most unfortunate part. So when you commit an offense, you are charged. Unless 2 countries have signed treaties to exchange criminals or some related cases. Alright? They are called, it is called extraditing criminals of different nationalities. So, if for example, this person, let's say your sponsor, puts you in overstay, is so responsible to pay for that overstay. But I know most of them are favored by their country. And as the embassy, the line of diplomacy has where it touches and where it doesn't touch. And if it touches with the soft gloves. Because diplomacy is a delicate part or an element in terms of operation of the embassy. We may not influence this man to pay you. But on your behalf, we can persuade this person to clear it, and we have done it several times, especially on domestic labor. Some of them even, they capture their passports. Myself, I call them, and they surrender these passports, and some of them even don't. So we end up organizing now a remedy to that. If somebody is in overstay and wishes to go home, as the embassy, we declare that that document, for example, was lost, and we organize an emergency travel document back home. They take your fingerprints, but it has an implication. An implication ranges from 3 months to 6 months to 1 year ban. All right? So they are given those fines to ban them for 6 months, 4 months, 1 year. Unless you are a criminal, either you are caught in prostitution, selling alcohol, fighting, they give you a total ban, and at that point they remove the eye scan. All right? So at any one time that you apply for an UAE visa, it will be denied automatically. Okay. As an issue of agents still, let me go back again to agents. As you are very much aware, for the last 2 years, companies that were bringing in people here, we vetted them because they are linked to fake agents here. We vetted them. So far, as a result of my recommendation, we have withdrawn our licenses of Uganda to 25 companies. 25 companies, including the famous one that you know, Middle East. All right? Because they were indulging themselves into dubious activities. As a result of that, what we do, we withdraw your license, and even if you decide to register the company in different names, already we have in your database. So you'll never export them again. So that is the remedy, the steps that we are taking to eliminate fake agents and briefcase companies. Johnson, payment of a passport, is it in shillings or dirham?
Yeah. Both.
No. The payment is paid in Ugandan shillings. All right? When you apply online, another one asked that question, Kenneth. Kenneth was asking about the passport and the details. Now that one, I'm going to marry it with that one of payment. Now, we have created a portal where you go and apply. It is called www.passports.ug.go. When you go there, it displays a form. This form, you agree, after opening, you agree and consent that you want to apply. When you click there, it brings a form. You say new applicant, you apply. So this form will ask you details, your biodata details, your name, where you come from, your great-grandfathers, your village, the LC, the district, the sub-county, your mother, your date of birth, all that, including the recommender. So when you finish applying, you say submit. So when you submit, you download that form, you bring it to our embassy. Now, this form, before you download, it will have shown you how much money you need to pay for different categories of passports. The diplomatic passport, where you don't fall a category, is 500. The service passport, maybe where you don't fall a category, is 400. The category where I think you fall is ordinary passport. the ordinary passport is only paid at 250 Ugandan shillings, plus 10,000 for courier service. That is 260. All right? Then it gives you the format or the form of payment. Form of payment can be by the bank, mobile money, or by card. So you choose. You choose the mode of payment. You can send money to your brother in Uganda to pay for you after, because when you download that form, it generates a serial number on top. Now that serial number is what he takes to the bank and he pays. So the moment they enter that number, it brings your biodata and he pays, they give him a receipt. He wires it back to you, come with it to the embassy and submit. Huh? Am I clear there? Yes. Good. So it is as simple as eating this cake. It is very simple. And when you feel that you are going to be disturbed, if you feel that you are going to be disturbed in feeding, please come to the embassy, we shall guide you. Pray. We shall give you the internet, feed from there, we guide you, and you make schedules and go away. 2, you can consult your neighbor who has never applied. Then he guides you. So before you come to the embassy, you have what it takes to submit, enroll, and you get your passport. Am I clear? Yes. Good.
But you forget one thing.
Yes. Okay. As you fill this form, we have created towards the end, we have created an appointment. So when you submit, it asks you when you want to be reviewed at the embassy. It creates schedules, dates in the calendar month. So the calendar month where you find your colleagues have booked, it might be in a different color. So your color might be green, that will be where you are free to click, then it creates that appointment. For example, today is when? 22nd? Okay. If, for example, I fill the form on 22nd, and I touch on appointment, then it shows me that the only day that will be free is on 27th. And you touch on 27th, it schedules you on 27th. If you come on 26th, we shall not work on you, because the moment we enter that serial number, it shows that you are coming for the next day. Sorry, we shall not handle you. Because we have a schedule of people that we look at. However, we intend to increase the slot. On a daily basis, we attend and register 20 people per day. We enroll 20. Those are the ones who are submitting. But remember, on top of that, we have another number of people that are not scheduled, whom we issue. Those who are coming to pick their passports. So that is also another work done by similar staff. Then there are those who are also coming, have been chased from the houses. There are those who have been insulted by their bosses. All those, we attend to them. And to assure you, we have the seemingly schedule of work from 9 to 4. But whoever comes to the embassy is served, even if it is 7, we are always there to serve you. Please engage us and we finish your problem. Am I clear there? Yes. Good. We are there for you because we are paid to serve you. We are not paid to serve another nationality. No. It's Uganda as a privilege. I think that is it. Unless there is another set of questions, other 5 I can answer them. Then you enjoy yourselves. I invite other 5.
Okay, you can come forward. Briefly, please. Boss, you can help in time, because for us we are working. Embassy we keep the Sahayon. Ninga kabona tunafunga appointment kuchara embassy ndio kantukora.
Thank you. Another one?
I also need him to clarify on PCR tests because at times some places you find you cannot access them. You have either they have the PCR results or the green pass. Come again. About PCR test and the green pass. Because someone
PCR, yes, automatically this is a prerequisite. Come with PCR for the safety of me and you and somebody else. This is common sense. Please do PCR. For some way to touch attachments, which you also touched with somebody else. So let's be as clean as the one clean itself. Your question was? No. For other issues apart from the passport submission, please just come. So long as it is within the working hours.
Mine is meant not to be a question, but I'm just emphasizing. I talk on behalf of our sisters, guys. We have a challenge. Our sisters are being smuggled from Uganda, brought by these so-called blockers, the agents of these fucking people. They blocked him, they bring them here in UAE, or in the other countries like Saudi Arabia. But mind you, they put them in a bed space, because of bed space, for a while. And this one gets stuck there, no feeding them. They face so many challenges, guys. Try to emphasize on that issue. It's very embarrassing. Our sisters are suffering.
Ikibuzo cyane kigiye okuhandikisa omuntu kwehandikisa embassy abantu tebakukimanya nokuba nkyetengesa ki omuntu kwehandikisa kandi kiyamba ki abokuba ijo kutwaba tiriyo ambassador katigira abanyayuganda tushemye kwehandikisa nkyokurebera abantu bakukimanya n'umugasho cyo kuri kwehandikisa nka festo neja embassy kwehandikisa festo ndio munyayuganda ndio mu UAE nande handikise kinesho
nakusemerwa secretary indikuza kukoza running for this is my second time meeting you sir. Nyowe point yange ne we have some people at the deportation center, Abu Dhabi deportation center, that is Shahama. So abantu abakuba sometimes when sham konga bari overstay because of companies, because of particular issues ezikuletwa companies ninga sponsors konga abantu abo they apply for air tickets kuja mubashori hanga and the embassy is not responding in time, and those people spend like almost 2 weeks ninga almost 2 months ninga a month and a half in that jail or a deportation center. It is very bad. So I request the embassy to respond in time. Whenever the immigration from the jail apply to the embassy, I just request they should respond in time. Sometimes they don't respond in time, and those people are not criminals. They are just overstay a visa. They have particular issues. Thank you very much.
Sorry to come back again. I'm called Arthur. Yes, you have come up with a program of eliminating agents, but here I am, I'm a Ugandan friendly person. At my workplace, I happened to meet an Arab man, he's my good friend, and we're in business. It's like, can you get for me 10 security Ugandans, 100 security Ugandans? I don't have a registered company. I don't have that app that we talked about. So it's as if you are limiting me from excelling in my career. So I don't know how you can handle that. Let me start with you. There are rules and procedures for doing business, right? Now, if you illegally do the business, don't glorify yourself on a daily basis that you are a great man. Right? Yes, it will benefit you for 2-3 days, but it is an illegal way. So your friend is leading you to something that is so illegal that is not liked between two countries, the host and the Ugandan government. If you are to do it better, register a company, pay taxes to the government, let the two governments have the profile of your company and be legit. Right? So we are not limiting you. Now, deportation center, Shahama. Okay. In most cases, whoever is in prison, actually, before I come to that, before COVID, we had every Thursday, we would visit each and every prison. Every Thursday. And we would ask the prison management to give us Ugandans and we talk to them. There are those who did not even have the capacity to talk to their families. There are those who serve their sentences but don't have the money to go home. Then there are those who have the money to go home but don't have the documents. So such issues would be solved there and then. Now, those who have the money but don't have the passports, we give them an emergency travel document. Emergency travel document through the prison that clears you with immigration to get you an out pass. Then that document that you came on is deleted from their system. Alright? So you only attach a passport photo, we stamp it and sign it. It is only a one-way travel document. Alright? We issue that. But when COVID came, especially Abu Dhabi, brought in very many restrictions, including our staff accessing the prisons. So now what they do, it is the officials of the prisons who compile a list of Ugandans who have the money ready for their air tickets. Then we make travel document, give it to the prison staff, and these Ugandans are visited. Up to now, as an embassy, no embassy has been cleared to visit the prison as we talk now. I only did it, I think, last month in Sharjah, not Abu Dhabi. If you go to Shahama, if you go to Arwathba, those guys are so much restricted that you cannot see them. But what they do, they organize Ugandans who talk to their families. Then they send money. Are we still together? Yes. Okay. They send money for air tickets, and the embassy makes a travel document for these people to be repatriated. Please, we are not seated. We don't take time to respond, but we follow the procedures. I wish I would do what you are saying. How I wish I would serve a Uganda in need in time. Yes, another question, I think. Fake agents.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I know. It's what I told you. We have seen of late some Ugandans, especially in Dubai, attacking agents to have made these girls to be in overstay. It is illegal. Please don't fight, don't attack, use the authorities. Those who are attacking agents, I know they are doing something bad. Just like the Bible says, so you are attacking agent A, X, in a good faith to save your sister. The moment you are swapped within that, scaffold, you will all be deported. All right? However, through my office, what we do, we receive phone calls from those girls. We restore them where they are. All right? As the embassy, we created a shelter. Now, this is now between me and you, but it is not for anyone else. So we restore them where they are, feed them, treat them, organize for emergency travel document, and they go home. If at one time you happen to come to my office, I'll show you the statistics of each month, how many girls that we send back home. We may not exhaust all those that we hear on Bana Square, on Union, and others, all right? But selectively, we have been doing that work. And we have got a shelter funded by the government of Uganda, and we treat them, feed them, and take them back. What we don't do, we don't have money for their air tickets. We tell them to call their families who send money, and these people are sent back home. That is the work that we do. But we don't have the authority to go and arrest on ourselves and charge a fake agent in UAE. But we talk to them, they surrender these passports, they surrender some of these girls, we help them to go. But as we help 14, on the same day, Fly Dubai brings 19. So the sequence is just because the visa of UAE is open. Try opening the visa of Turkey, UAE, USA, and you can see, they will ask you for how much money do you have on your account. It is a prerequisite before you get the visa. But a visa, that is the bank statement. But a visa in UAE, the fact that it looks at attracting tourism, it made it easy for people to come in, but it made it hard for you to go back once you are in overseas. So that is where the trick is. They want you to come and spend your money that you have come with, but the time of going may not be easy, so you must stay in your lane. You know better which to. That is the quickest I can answer. Two more. Okay, 1, 2.
Ewali mnonga okenda kukora nona kwesa umuntu kimara aha kintu cyamagara gabantu cyo kintu cyo munonga yes washobora giye bari konka ni mpamya mutwinde kwatanisa no kwetegereza twine kwatanisa ni hange gero ngwe namagara gumuntu faga gashokera n'ikintu cyo munonga sasa family shari hanga kandi shari nabo mubatse buhoro. When we have what we call diplomacy, intelligence, and economy. To accept the hacker social regime, in terms of economy, as we are getting, because of their chance also to raise the hostage. Is it possible, sir? I thank you.
It is very easy. That's why I was saying, when we were signing the MOU on domestic labor export, of social the Chevumwe were answered. What is the health insurance, the status of this person with them to UAE? It's going to have health insurance. What are his basic human rights? Are they going to be observed? Yes. Man, signing if what their role will be and what our role will be. Only that we have not ratified or put it into operation because they say they should first scrutinize it understand it, and put it into practice. But where we have reached, I know if chairman said he has been here for 10 years, you can bear with me, those who are here, for the last, I think, 7 years, it is not the same way how you are operating right now. Every day, there is an adjustment. Simply because there is a need. There is a need. Konkampala is impending ratification of the document. All these small things will be ironed out.
Mr.
Yes.
To alert you one thing, I came to realize at the embassy there, because I'm always there. There is young Ugandans there. You know, they are selling their passport to Nigerians, and old moms are there.
Now, this is also a matter that you need to observe. I don't want to speak for other nationalities, but other nationalities are looking for your passport. Alright? Yes. So that means you have to guard it cautiously. Some nationalities have been red marked. They don't renew their visas. So, if he needs to renew, he will look for a Ugandan who has just come into the country. He buys your passport. He starts a new journey using your passport. He can renew using your passport. If he's arrested along the way, because Parari or Kong or Bini, this time he'll be afraid. He's using your passport. Let me give you something small. In 2017, there was a case, a court case in China, Beijing. 90 Ugandans arrested with narcotics. 90 Ugandans. Now, there was a fact-finding mission. Myself, I did not participate in that, but my colleagues participated in that. We paraded those called Ugandans, 9 of them. To our surprise, we only found 7 Ugandans. The rest were different nationalities. Senegal, Gambia, where, you see? Those are as a result of buying your passports. Please guard that document. It is your life, it is your salary, it is your well-being here. Alright? Are we together? Yes. Any other questions? 1, 2.
We heard that you have a lot of work in embassy. Do you have any opportunities? If there is opportunities, what are the criteria? If you are qualified.
Good. Another one?
My name is I want to ask you a question from the embassy. Some people here, they don't have Ugandan national ID. Is it possible that someone can apply
Okay, I'll start with you. Here at the embassy, we don't have NIRA. NIRA, you have to go back to Uganda and register from there. We only have migration, giving passports, so we don't have NIRA. Now, job opportunities. Whenever we have job opportunities, we apply online. Like recently, we had an application that we put on our portal, www.ugandanembassy Abu Dhabi something. So once we have jobs, we advertise, and people come and do interviews. Like recently, we were opening a consulate in Dubai. So that consulate in Dubai is going to serve the Northern Emirates, Dubai, Fujairah, Al Ain, and others. Now,
akashonshore kyakutwala Uganda omuntu kwenda. We wanted one slot. We had one slot for either a Uganda or any other was Arabic speaking. Who can translate a document, all right? Because the embassy is already here, most of the staff are here, but you can translate the document, interpret, and reply to the client. For example, court judgments was handiko mu Harabu. Police report banaga document was handiko mu Harabu. So tukangwenda somebody who can read Arabic, write it and interpret it. Our surprise, no Ugandan applied. We had to recruit a lady from Yemen. All right? We have always recruited drivers. All right? But to our surprise, most Ugandans that we have as drivers end up not behaving well. That's why we mix them. You always come to the embassy, right? How many Indian drivers do you have seen? Three. We have 3 drivers who are Indians. How many Ugandans do we have? Like 3, you see? Why do we do that? Why do we do that? It's because most Ugandans reach a time when they go to Uganda for your vacation, you really mean it for 2 months, and yet you are given 3 weeks. Alright? Time factor of a Ugandan is a problem. Alright? So we cannot rely on that. Mistrust, connivance, all that, it is within our hearts, but we are trying to eliminate that. I have a feeling that those who misbehave may not last in a membership. We substitute immediately. So we create job opportunities for Ugandans. However, akashonshore kyakana, buli embassy yona ahelps. Atakakanga begese na kumukama. Embassy yona helps. Baja printing. It is supposed to recruit laborers, the local staff from within that country. That's why when you go to American embassy in Uganda, you find Ugandans. Yes? Yes. That's why you go to Entebbe, UN base, most of the laborers that are operating the machines into chain supply and everything, they are Ugandans. It is a mandate of that unit under the Act of Parliament of Government of Uganda. Likewise, so the Act is a reciprocal. Alright? So we have to mix, much as we recruit Ugandans to do the work, we have to mix up. It is a science that we have to apply, and it is a law. Any other question? The last one. Yes. Be mindful of the time. It is the last one. Hey,
thank you so much. Most welcome. My question is just rotating on raw legal. When you sue, let's say you sue, to raise a complaint against the company, right? Then you raise your claims, maybe referring the time of joining this as per contract. They say new policy as per Ministry of Labor. They say you claim this is to go with 1 year. How is it with the embassy? How do you know about it, and how is it? That anything that occurred some time back, like we have served 4-5 years, so you have complaint with your employer. So when you want to claim, they want to file the claim for only 1 year. You forego, those claims that transpired some time back? How is it at the embassy?
Now, it is very simple. I say for us, unless you need a clearance in terms of documentation, we don't provide the legal services. But if, for example, you have a claim to be compensated. Now, I'm going to give you an example of a Ugandan who died of an accident 2 years back. He went home. The next of kin, who was appointed by as the heir of the is given letters of administration as the estate manager of the deceased who died. All right? Now, he has his documents to be attested. All right? Are you listening?
Yes, sir.
Now, you bring your documents to be attested. Right away from Uganda, we send you to Foreign Affairs. We send to you UAE Embassy in Uganda. They stamp it. You bring it to our embassy here. We also stamp it. We attest it. Then you go to the government of UAE to claim for compensation, or you claim compensation from your company. All right? But we don't do legal services. We attest documents that you use to go and make claims. All right? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I think this marks the end of question and answers. I beg to end here. Once again, thank you very much. But you have not given me a t-shirt, don't mind. I will buy you one. T-shirts are still there. I'm happy to interact with you. I like interacting with Ugandans. My number is open. I will give you my number. At any one time, you can ask me any question. Call me any time of the night. My family is in Uganda, is not here. So feel free to these ones, call me. So I'm giving you a green card. In case of you have any problem related to your services, approach the embassy. Even if I'm not there, we have set a standard guidelines at the embassy that whoever steps at the embassy is served. Now this is the last one. I need to give you an assurance that your speeches that you have given me, your questions that you have asked, I'm going to wire them the respective authorities. Thank you so much. So right away from here, I'm going to give the information to where it is supposed to be going. For example, those that were directed to MK, tonight he will read each and everything that you have submitted.
Wow, thank you.
Then, those that need to be answered by the government of Uganda, please, we are going to take it upon us. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Ronnie. Thank you for answering our questions. Ladies and gentlemen, this marks the end of this birthday celebration, and we are going to pray the closing prayer. umutangiro kandi umugarukiro alpha and omega mutimutse izina ryawe ukira amazina gona umubaze w'izo ntukusima tugaretse nisa turi hanze yo kubaho kwawe icyo batakunze mu kibaho kibaho kandi icyo kireza mu kibaho kibaho twakusima mukama tukusima tugaretse nisa yabare mukama hawe mabazawe yabare mukama habo magara bitu yabare mukama kutindiro menye tarukushana yabare mukama okutaho musomo hagati y'emirimo yitu hagati y'abantu batarukushana n'itwe ubagatereka umukono wawe w'imbabazi gutera umugabo musime yabare mukama ibugaretse nisa mukama ninyetureza hasi y'ibigere byawe ninyetureza mukama n'umusha ito barya hatino yineho ubushobozi niba ugira ubushobozi mukama mwana nakusima haba isoberere ukorotebeka kandi ukarutera hamwe yewe ari mukama tumutera umugabo tumusime abo ushaka ko kwabaha abo bembeza babaho sima rahanga abo government urugiye atereza NRM tushaba mukama kwa sefutirinda president wetu geno yowe Dr. Museveni omuherezo ubuhangazo umusomu kandi n'amishoga yitu ashitugatire habo ko ready to tiriwe watore kiro wakwasa kumuzombigere geno mpe yabare mukama habo kubiherezo ubwenge ukabiherezo korekwa hakabaho sinjo muhanga bona hakabaho ikoragano n'ucyo mukama. We thank you, Lord. We glorify your holy name, Father. We magnify your name, Father. We thank you, King of Kings. When mukama umwabaze ko tukwanza shote bebe ekitandike ekibineki cya MK Team MK United Arab Emirates ijo cyazimukiriza mugisha ositeze tani muso tubase kutukurahurana haba kujyamani twabasa korro tubineki hamwe otire zo kumanya no kushoborerana tureke kuyana tureke kuraba n'inyuma tutagira umuriro mwingi katabya akisume gukoma katinzi tere zo kumara no kutuza kandi tere zo wenye kubahereza urumani ijo hamwe n'ituteke hamwe nena mekumenekanya nemuteka tekero kumeno bukayisa na MK umuherezo buhangazi aho tucelebrate ngo muri erizo we mukama twakusima twakwebaza turamwizera y'umwana wese Kristo mukama embabazi akunda n'abantu tete okwata sako mu yobera kumene kitwera n'abantu bawo kandi n'ibyo. Thank you so much. Have a blessed evening.